welcome everybody to our YouTube ShoeTube video. Today my name is Letty. I'm the host of the Marathon Running Podcast, and today we are going to dive into the HOKA Kawana 2s. This shoe has been provided to me by HOKA for the purpose of review. However, no one is paying me for this review, and all opinions expressed here are my own. So this shoe was sent to me about a month ago, but this shoe is actually made in collaboration with the Free People movement. And I've had a chance to try it out for not just running, but also walking and doing other things. And I'm going to give you my opinion, but let's first talk a little bit about some of the stats of this shoe. So let's talk about the model and the purpose of this shoe. This shoe has been categorized on the HOKA website as a neutral, balanced, everyday shoe. When you scroll down on the product page to tech specs, you'll see the details as to weight, heel drop, stability, and cushion. HOKA lists their shoes as either neutral, moderate, or stable. This shoe has been listed as neutral. When it comes to cushion, they list their shoes as responsive, balanced, or plush. This shoe has been listed as balanced. What that means for this shoe is that this shoe is for logging easy miles, tackling high-intensity interval training, even walking, and going to the gym. So obviously, as you can see, this shoe is not just meant for running, it is also meant for walking and all other things. So you have to keep that in mind when you are shopping for a trainer. Let's take a deeper dive into the key features of the Kawana 2. As mentioned, this shoe has balanced cushioning, and it achieves that by using a combination of the Smiva foam and a stability plate. So the Smiva foam provides shock absorption for comfortable runs, while the plate offers to help with the responsiveness compared to the other Max shoes. So having this combination, this shoe is supposed to cater to a wider range of running styles and workouts and walks, etc. Now let's talk about the upper. The upper has an engineered mesh with a sock-like booty constructions, which is supposed to offer a secure and comfortable fit. And that happens in combination with the laces locking you down, ensuring that your foot is supposed to stay in this secure position for all these dynamic movement you're supposed to be able to do with this shoe. The shoe also has a wider platform, and along with the stability plate, this is supposed to make you feel more stable and reduce the risk of rolling inwards and outwards, which obviously you don't want to twist your ankle when you're wearing your shoes to work out in. So some fun stuff about this shoe. This shoe comes in 5 different colors for women. All of the colors are pretty neutral, so there's no loud, bright colors, which is nice because I feel like having it be less loud makes it more of a daily wearable for work or wherever else you want to wear at the gym, because it'll probably just match any outfits that you choose to wear. So you have the color Ether Mirage. Then you also have the white Nimbus Cloud. After that, you can see there is a color called Sandstone Vanilla. Then you have the typical black on black, which is also versatile for anything really. And then, of course, the alternative, the black on white soles. As for men, kind of like along the same lines, you have the color Slate and Forest Cover. And then you have the white Nimbus Cloud, just like in the women's. Then you also have another color called Wheat and Oat Milk. Then you have the typical black on black. And then, just like in women's, they have the black on white. All of those colors should go with any of your outfits. When it comes to weight, the Kawana 2 comes in at 10.3 ounces for a men's size 8.5. And as you know, I like to grab my own scale and weigh the ladies' shoes. So here we have my shoe. It's a 8.5 lady shoe, and it comes in at 9.2 ounces. This shoe has moderate stack height, as you can see. It has 30 millimeters in the heel, 25 millimeters in the forefoot, so that is a 5 millimeter drop. Alright, so armed with my new pair of running shoes, I took the HOKA Kawana 2s for their first spin in my neighborhood. As we all know as runners, it's important to do a proper warm-up, so I used these shoes to also do my A skips, B skips, I did some high knees with them, and I also did some leg swings and lunges with them, and off I went. The temperature was 80 degrees and I was doing an easy run as I'm coming back from a surgery, but as you guys know, I like to run with no socks on. It's a good way of testing the shoes and seeing if they will really work for me in this hot Florida weather, and also if I can put them in the washer afterwards. But don't try this at home. Alright, so my first impression when I started wearing these shoes is that they fit pretty well. They're very true to size. I'm a size 8.5, as I mentioned, and they fit perfect, like gloves. I like the booty type of sock slip-in that you have going on there. I like that the upper is not super hot. That was always a concern of mine because I live in Florida and it's 80 degrees on 90% of my runs, so they don't feel super hot. I did like the shoe. I've put about 50 miles on them and they still look pretty good even though they're white. But as most of you know, I just throw my shoes in the washer and see what happens, right? I don't like that the tongue is so cushy. I feel like they could have used a thinner material, but then maybe that would have changed some other things that go with it. I'm not sure. So yeah, I did like them. I do like them. I have been using them for traveling a lot because when I travel with carry-on only, and this is the shoe that I will bring because I can run my regular runs in the shoe without having to pack an extra pair of shoes. Normally I have about 3 pair of running shoes and that kind of kills the carry-on vibe that I try to have going. So let's compare it to some other shoes. Some shoes that come to my mind are HOKA Bondis and the HOKA Clifton. Both of those shoes are comparable, but the Bondi is more cushy than this shoe. This shoe is more responsive, so I think if I were to run a tempo run, I would pick those shoes over the Bondi. If I were to do a gentle, easy long run, I would pick the Bondi over this Kawana too. Also the Clifton feels great, but feels a little bit less stable than this one. So if stability is your thing, then you gotta pick this one over the Clifton. Another thing is the price point. So this shoe right now on the HOKA website comes in at $140, which I think is a fair price point given how versatile the shoe is, because like I said before, the shoe is your go-to shoe when you want to do a bunch of different things, right? You can go to the gym with it, you can do daily walks, you can run with it. So for how versatile it is and for the quality and how it's made and everything, I feel like $140 is pretty fair. Alright, so let's talk about the pros and cons of the Kawana 2. The number one pro of the shoe is how versatile it is, how many different activities you can do with it, not just walking and going to the gym with it, but also when it comes to running, you can do some long runs with them, you can do your tempo runs, and you'll have a pretty good ride with these shoes because they're well balanced and have good support. They feel pretty stable, and last but not least, they are very comfortable. So the shoe can get away with a lot, I want to say, right? Now, when it comes to the cons of the shoe, if versatility is not what you want, if you'd rather have different shoes for different things, then the shoe is just kind of mediocre for all of them. It's not the most lightweight, and if that bothers you for when you want to do your tempo run, then this shoe is not the shoe for you. In addition, it's not the most cushioned, so for your easy runs, if you're really trying to go easy and want to have the super cushy Bondi type of feel, then this shoe is also not for you. So this is just, showing you both sides and flipping the pros to cons. So in a nutshell, the HOKA Kawana 2 is a shoe for you if you're looking for a shoe that is versatile and a nice balanced ride, a shoe that you can do many things with, not just necessarily running. But if you're looking for a shoe that is more cushy for your long runs and more lightweight for your tempo runs, then this shoe is not for you. But the good news is there's plenty of other shoes out there. Until next time, have a great week of running.